on Threads, I look on these platforms, and I just see this entitlement. And I think it's the intention that a lot of us have. I came across this thread the other day. I think social media has depleted personalities to the point where people are literally doing things they don't even genuinely like because it's popular. And then I said, there has always been two groups of people on social media, creators and consumers. The reality is a big portion of the consumers became creators, but most only mirrored what they had been consuming. To be a creative and an artist, you go through an incubation phase, exploring and experimenting, slowly shaping a style that is your own, often in isolation. But for many, the hunger for popularity or quick money made them skip that stage entirely. This is why so many lack their own style. They want
dropping bars. And I was trying to tell my child, I was just like, if you spend a lot of time on social media, you will start becoming whatever you spend the most time viewing. It'll slowly but surely, that's what it'll end up becoming. That actually, how does that help your creativity? How does that help you become who you want to be? Because I felt like my child was actually a true artist at one point. And then she let the world kind of zap her of her creativity because she started focusing on everybody else. That's really crazy because you have adults that have a problem with that. It's like, what is your deal? And it's like, oh, your parents never told you that it was okay for you to focus on yourself. You don't have to solve everybody else's problems. Like, everybody else's business isn't all that interesting. Half of the time it's very traumatic and it can actually harm you in ways than you would like to think about sometimes. And I know my dad and your chocolate drop will say these things in a different way to help you understand them better than I can. So hopefully one day one of my children understand whatever I'm trying to say. It might have to come from my siblings. It might have to come from your uncles and your aunties. I mean, who knows?
the attention, right? But if your process takes a backseat to getting attention, you're not creating. You're just campaigning to be seen. But if you develop your own style, your own world, your own thing, you understand, and like your own thing, why when you go online, it's almost as if you can see a carbon copy of so many different people, right? Because often to carve your own style, you gotta go into the void and discover yourself and experiment, right? Share things that flops, but you stick to your vision, you stick to your ways.
Mazda gives you more. More comfort. More room. More peace of mind.
That's how artists are born, by believing in what they feel within. And when you develop your own thing, it equips you with the confidence to move through the necessary voids when nobody is paying attention. We live in an interesting time. Before an artist, a creative, somebody would make something, and before the world saw it, it was a long time. Before they could get any type of applause, it would be a long time. They couldn't just post on social media and get instant feedback. No, they had to believe in what they were making. They had to create it and get no applause. Maybe people didn't see that painting for years, hear that song till 2 years down the road. Some people never got the song on the radio at all. When you go through those voids, right? When you don't get the applause, it builds your resilience, right? It helps you shape and sharpen your craft because you love what you do and you believe in it enough to keep going. You don't need external validation to prove something to you. You're onto something, you know it. But if you're chasing to be seen, my friend, you will never see the finish line. And you'll just keep moving further and further from yourself.